Hey guys, how are you? It's Monday and I'm back. I feel like I've been gone forever. It's been really weird. So bear with me. I had to get my bearings a little bit. I was away on a movie set, then I was away with my tennis team, and just so busy that I didn't have much time to pop on. And my hotel room didn't have great lighting for videos, so it was weird. But anyways, so I'm back now. And so hello, whoever that is giving me likes, thank you. So I'm not doing so much makeup and marketing today. I have one eye done. You see that? Because I did a tutorial in my VIP group. Haha. So I did one eye. So I'm going to do the rest of it, but I'm not going to really talk about marketing today. Sorry, but I wanted to I thought of something really cool while I was gone. And I was not on Facebook. I was not on Facebook, so guess what? I wasn't on very often because I had so much going on. So I was away from election news, and it was freaking sweet. I did not have to hear anything about the election. I didn't have to read any comments or hear any news stuff or see any crud. And I'll tell you something, I kind of enjoyed it. And so when I came back on Facebook today or last night, it was kind of like, oh, like, I got to see that stuff again. And it made me realize something, that I am not going to post on my wall who I'm going to vote for. I'm not even going to get into it. Why? Because the sentiment right now has been so intense that I feel like, people have made their choices. I don't convince. Just like in business, I'm not in the convincing business. This is a concealer brush, by the way. I just put on my concealer. I'm not in the convincing business. Not personally, not in relationships, not in business, and not in politics. I don't convince. So I'm not doing that. It's a personal choice that I will make based on who I think is most qualified for the job. Just like if I was a manager in corporate America, and I was at one point interviewing people, I have to look at the qualifications. And I have to look at how well this person fits in with the larger environment. Are they going to create an environment that I want that is productive? So I had to look at all those things. And I'm going to think of voting for my president and the next president in the same way, okay? But I'll tell you what, up front, legit, I am not thrilled with either candidate, so I'm going to the voting booth kicking and screaming because I just don't feel comfortable with either one. So I'll have to really come to that decision later, and that's okay. I'm okay. Because guess what? Here's why I'm okay. Is because I know that ultimately I am responsible for my life. How things are going, what's going good, what's going not so good. I am responsible for it, as is every individual. Because why I think there is so much anger and a lot of chaos and arguing and just craziness going on over this election is because people lack a vision for their own lives. They are not comfortable with something going on in their world. Good morning, Tammy. They're not comfortable with their world, so they're going to, they're angry and they're frustrated and they're afraid. And it's starting the stories in their head. Oh gosh, this world, I don't even want to say that, the I word right now. I don't speak about terrorism, okay? But any terrorist groups and stuff. Oh, they're coming, and this is happening, and that's happening, and all these stories go on. It's afraid, and people get angry and start dividing and fighting. When, good morning. I just got home from Maine, so I'm jealous that you're there. I love Maine so much. Loved it then. It was gorgeous over the weekend. So, I think that people don't have a vision for their own lives, and by lack of vision, I mean people don't know themselves well enough to really, because if you do, once you know who you are and you have a vision for your life, you take the proper action steps to get there. You don't have, I think a lot of people have made some really tough choices or really in places they don't want to be in their lives because they just don't have that vision. They don't know themselves and who they really are. They make their choices based on maybe what their parents wanted, what their teachers told them, what the media tells you, and not knowing themselves well enough, or not thinking they have enough value, not thinking what they want or who they are is worth it enough to fight for. And by fight, I don't mean guns, fists, knives, and stuff. I'm not talking about revolution. I'm talking about standing up for who you are and what you want. That's what I mean. and doing it in a way that really creates the life that you individually want. Okay? That's what I mean. It's not about fighting other people to get what you want. It's really just knowing, in America, I'm just going to say right now straight up, we are so damn blessed. This is why, and this is not in support or against Donald Trump. This is not political, remember what I said. But I don't like the campaign slogan, "Let's make America great again." As far as I'm concerned, this country has always been pretty damn great. Pretty damn great. I'm 45 years old, and I have enjoyed the same lifestyles and freedoms and choices for my entire life. Okay, before I was born, women didn't have as many choices here. You know, we have progressed so far. There's so much that has happened in my lifetime, and I've always been able to, look, I can wear a purple shirt. I can put on makeup. I can make money putting on makeup. I can be with you on this video right now. We can play Pokemon Go. I don't do that, but there are countries that have banned it. There are places where you cannot go. I went to Kentucky and Maine and did all of these things by choice. I didn't have to get anybody's permission. It's not against the law. I have all this freedom. And in America, we have this, and we're so blessed because there are so many countries that don't. So those who think America is not great have clearly not visited any other countries or have not gone on YouTube and seen the absolute just devastating circumstances and lack of freedom that people have in this world. Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, when I was in Kentucky or in Ohio, I don't know, that truck stop hat that I got is like American flag all blinged out. I put it on my Facebook wall. Why? Because I am taking pride in where I'm from and where I live, because I have this freedom to be with you right now and do the things that I'm doing, and a lot of others don't. I'm grateful for that. It's not a political statement to show my flag. It means that, thank goodness, that I'm allowed to do all of these things, and thank goodness I'm allowed to live the life that I can live. We can fall down 7 times and we can get up 8 here in America. Okay? We don't like our lives. We have the power to change it. Immediately, instantly, by working on ourselves. People are looking to the next president, looking at the current president, saying he ruined this and that, or this, and then looking to the next to say, save me, help me, put something in place that's going to change my life and make my world better. When the truth of the matter is, the only one who's going to do that is you. And right now, we are so blessed in America that you can make those changes immediately, starting now. You don't need any president. You don't need it. So when you argue out there for getting banter with people about candidates and about political issues, you're arguing against yourself and against your freedom. See, when I come on here and I'm telling you right now, the change starts here, change starts in my house, that means I'm arguing for myself. I refuse to get involved in any political banter with y'all out there, because that's arguing against my freedom. That's saying that I don't trust myself enough and I don't have the knowledge and the power to make my own decisions and think for myself and make change, which I do. I'm going to argue for myself. I'm going to argue for prosperity, for the American way that has been given to us for decades now, that people have fought hard for. That's what I'm going to do. I don't look to any president to do that for us, okay? So that when I talk about election, I'm voting for you and I'm voting for me. I'm voting that we can do this. We can make our world as great. We can make our country and our world as great as we want to by starting at home. We are upset about racism in America. Let's stop teaching it, right? Racism is learned behavior, okay? Children are not born racist. They're not born with they have no filter. They have no fears. They have no prejudices. They're born, that's why we teach them stranger danger, because otherwise they'd be telling everybody, this is my name, this is where I live, this is how old I am, this is my mom, so this is all learned behavior. This anger, this prejudice, racism, learned. The only way it's going to stop is if parents like me, like you, take responsibility and teach our children a better way. Teach them acceptance and tolerance, and teach them about differences and how to communicate better, right? So school's going to start now. School's around the corner, parents. Start thinking about this now. What kind of world do you want your kids to live in? It's not up to Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton to make our world a better place for our kids. It's up to you and me. Do you want them to be able to get along and really be able to build a world that's prosperous and abundant with every opportunity for every individual? Well, dang, then start teaching that at home. And this is part of why I do what I do as a mompreneur, is because I want to show my children that you can build whatever future you want to build, no matter what's happened. No matter what's happened. Just do it. This is a wonderful world that we live in. I'm going to put on makeup while I'm talking. I keep forgetting about it. You know, I always get like passionate about stuff and I forget. So, you know, that's really my message to you for today, is really argue for freedom. Don't argue about who's Muslim and who's American and who's, I don't even know, Christian and not, and who's a murderer, and emails, and argue for yourself and your freedom, okay? Figure out what is lacking in your life that you want change, and work on yourself to make those changes, to make your own life better, whatever that may be, right? I don't know what it is for you, because it's different for everybody, but work on yourselves and know that you have the freedom and the choice right now to make any change that you want, and you have the power to do it. Who you are is freaking fabulous. Figure out what you need, what you want, and go do it. You know, and this is another reason why I love my profession so much. It's like, you know, and I'll use what I know. I sell makeup, so I'll use what I know. This is not a sales pitch. I'm just telling you. You could buy makeup anyways. You could buy it anywhere. You go to Walgreens, go to CVS, go to Macy's. That's cool. But when you buy this from me, you're helping me be at home with my children and create an extra income stream in my family, because I feel like in this day and age, in 2016 and beyond, you need more than one income stream. It's a wise choice and a safe thing to do in a very uncertain world. So this is my plan. This is what I'm doing. And you're supporting me. You're also supporting Defend Innocence Project and the Unique Foundation. So you're providing a safe haven, all expenses paid, for women and children that were affected by sexual abuse. I mean, this is arguing for freedom and power. See, that's how you put power into the hands of the people, is by allowing them to make choices in their lives that really do give you the power and freedom. I don't believe it when I hear candidates talk about being I'm the voice for the people. Really? I think they have a vision, and you are buying into their vision. They don't care what your vision is, right? I mean, they're not helping you. They're not paying your bills. They're not putting your food on the table. That is your job. And so you need to make the choices necessary to do that for you and your family. So, you know, for this industry, for this profession, network marketing, that's what we're trying to do, is really seriously put the power in your own hands and other people's hands. So when you, like I said, you purchase something, I mean, there are network marketing companies, makeup, skincare, nutrition, beef jerky, and I'm not kidding. You're putting the power in someone else's hands to change their life. You're spending your dollars towards an individual and putting the power in individual hands, like Airbnb or Uber, okay? Instead of paying a taxi company, instead of paying a giant hotel corporation, you are supporting an individual. How freaking cool is that? Imagine if we all did that. Imagine if we all did that all the time for everything we use. We would create a shared economy that was so freaking powerful. And I'm going off on another tangent. That's a whole other video. But there are ways to argue for yourself. There are ways to give power to the people without worrying about who the heck is president. You can do this no matter who's president. So my advice is, election edition, you know, try to avoid that negativity and falling for that hype, when the truth of the matter is the power is in your hands. Make whatever changes that you need to make now. There she is. To make those changes in your lives and make your life better and make your house, your family, your country great again, okay? So there it is. Mommy. And if you have any questions about ways that you can, you know, put more power and freedom into your hands, let me know. I have some ways to do that. I have little ways to do that, and I'm more than happy to help you out. But I'm going to go now. We're going to go out and see one of my good buds. Hey, Colleen, if you're watching. If not, we're going to see you soon. And I'm going to go play. It's a beautiful day. You guys take care, and I'll see you on the next video.